Have you ever walked away from a conversation only to replay it again and again in your mind? You're brushing your teeth, and suddenly you remember that awkward joke you made. You're trying to fall asleep, but your brain keeps whispering, "You should have said this instead." Hours later, sometimes even years later, the conversation is still playing like a movie you never chose to watch. The strange part? The other person has probably forgotten it completely. But your mind hasn't. It rewinds every sentence, pauses on every facial expression, analyzes every silence, as if your brain is trying to solve a mystery hidden inside a few ordinary words. If you've ever wondered why your mind refuses to let certain conversations go, you're not alone. And today, we're going to uncover the hidden psychology behind one of the most common habits of the human mind. Because what feels like overthinking may actually be your brain trying to protect you. Most people think replaying conversations means they're simply overthinking. But the truth is, your mind is rarely obsessed with the conversation itself. It's searching for something much deeper. A hidden threat, a missing answer, or emotional safety. Like a detective standing in front of a crime scene, your brain keeps looking for clues long after everyone else has gone home. And once you understand why, you'll never look at your thoughts the same way again. Let's begin. The first hidden reason you replay conversations is something psychologists call the brain's error detection system. Your brain evolved to notice mistakes because, for thousands of years, mistakes could mean rejection from the tribe. And rejection often meant death. Today, the danger isn't physical. But your brain still reacts as if social mistakes are life-threatening. Deep inside the brain, the anterior cingulate cortex helps monitor conflicts and errors, while the amygdala quickly scans for emotional danger. When they work together, your mind starts asking endless questions. Did I sound rude? Did they misunderstand me? Should I have explained myself better? Imagine sending a message to your manager. They reply with only one word. Okay. Suddenly, your mind creates 20 different stories. Are they angry? Disappointed? Busy? Your brain isn't reacting to facts. It's reacting to uncertainty. Like a smoke alarm that goes off even when someone burns toast, your emotional radar sometimes mistakes harmless moments for real danger. The hidden consequence is exhausting. Instead of enjoying the present, your attention becomes trapped inside yesterday. And that's where the next psychological trap quietly begins. The second reason is something known in psychology as the need for emotional closure. The human brain dislikes unfinished stories. Researchers studying cognitive psychology have found that unresolved experiences often stay active in our memory far longer than completed ones. Think of your mind as a theater. If the movie suddenly stops before the ending, you don't simply walk away. You keep wondering what happened. Conversations work the same way. Maybe someone changed the subject before answering your question. Maybe they smiled, but you couldn't tell if it was genuine. Maybe you wanted to express how hurt you felt, but fear kept your words locked inside. Now your brain keeps replaying the scene, trying to write the ending that never happened. Imagine arguing with a close friend. The conversation ends politely. You both say goodbye. But nothing actually feels resolved. Days later, you're still imagining different versions of the discussion. Not because you enjoy thinking about it, but because your emotional story never reached its final chapter. Carl Jung believed that what remains unconscious continues influencing us until we bring it into awareness. In many ways, replayed conversations are like unopened letters. Your mind keeps holding them because it believes there's still something important hidden inside. But sometimes, the answer you're searching for doesn't exist. And chasing it only deepens the emotional prison. Which brings us to another powerful force hiding beneath the surface. The third reason is your attachment style. Attachment theory suggests that the way we experience relationships during childhood shapes how we interpret relationships as adults. If emotional safety felt uncertain growing up, your brain may become highly sensitive to signs of rejection. It's almost like carrying an invisible emotional radar wherever you go. Every conversation becomes something to analyze. Every pause feels meaningful. Every delayed reply feels personal. Imagine texting someone you care about. Hours pass without a response. Someone with secure attachment may simply assume they are busy. But someone with anxious attachment may replay every previous conversation searching for clues. Maybe I talked too much. Maybe I sounded annoying. Maybe they don't want me anymore. Notice something important. The replay isn't really about today's conversation. It's about old emotional wounds wearing new clothes. The past quietly projects itself onto the present. Like looking into a mirror covered with fingerprints, you aren't seeing today's reality clearly. You're seeing it through memories that never fully healed. The emotional consequence is painful. You begin seeking certainty from other people's reactions instead of your own inner confidence. And that creates another invisible cycle. The fourth hidden mechanism is something cognitive therapists call mental rehearsal. At first, this sounds helpful. Your brain believes replaying conversations will prepare you for the future. If I analyze this enough, I won't make the same mistake again. This is where cognitive behavioral therapy offers an important insight. Thoughts are often mistaken for solutions. But repetitive thoughts without new information rarely solve anything. Instead, they strengthen anxiety. Think about an athlete watching game footage. Watching it once helps improve performance. Watching the same 10-second mistake 500 times doesn't create improvement. It creates fear. Imagine introducing yourself at a networking event. Later that night, you replay one sentence you stumbled over. You ignore the 20 minutes that went well. Your brain zooms in like a camera focusing on a tiny scratch instead of the entire painting. Psychologists call this negativity bias. Our brains naturally remember possible threats more strongly than positive experiences because survival depended on noticing danger. But in modern life, this ancient survival system often becomes a prison made of thoughts. The more you replay, the more familiar those anxious pathways become. And what becomes familiar starts feeling true. Fortunately, this cycle can be interrupted. Not by forcing yourself to stop thinking, but by teaching your brain a healthier way to think. Let's explore how. The first step is to separate facts from stories. Your brain fills missing information with imagination. The problem is, imagination often sounds exactly like reality. The next time you replay a conversation, pause and ask yourself, what do I actually know? And then ask, what am I assuming? Maybe your friend looked distracted. That's the fact. The story is believing they secretly dislike you. This simple habit comes from cognitive behavioral therapy because it weakens anxious thinking before it grows into certainty. Like cleaning fog from a window, you begin seeing reality more clearly. The second step is to replace replaying with reflection. There is a huge difference. Replaying is going in circles. Reflection moves forward. Instead of asking, why did I say that? Ask, what can I learn from this? Imagine giving a presentation. Instead of criticizing yourself for every awkward pause, notice one thing you handled well. And one thing you want to improve next time. That's growth, not punishment. Your brain gradually learns that mistakes are teachers, not lifelong sentences. The third step is practicing self-compassion. Many people replay conversations because they speak to themselves more harshly than anyone else ever would. Psychologist Kristen Neff's research on self-compassion shows that treating yourself with kindness reduces emotional distress and increases resilience. Imagine your closest friend telling you they embarrassed themselves. Would you call them a failure? Probably not. You'd remind them that everyone has awkward moments. Now ask yourself, why should you deserve less kindness than someone you love? Your inner voice can become either a prison guard or a trusted guide. You choose which one speaks louder. The fourth step is grounding yourself in the present. Every replay steals attention from the life happening right now. Your body lives in today. Only your thoughts keep traveling back in time. When you notice the mental movie beginning again, gently bring your focus to your surroundings. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 sounds you can hear. This simple grounding technique calms the nervous system because it tells your brain that the danger exists only in memory, not in this moment. Like a lighthouse cutting through heavy fog, your awareness guides you back to solid ground. Finally, remember this. Every conversation is imperfect. Every human being occasionally says the wrong thing. Everyone misunderstands someone. Everyone leaves words unsaid. That isn't proof you're broken. It's proof you're human. The conversations you replay are rarely about the words themselves. They're about your desire to belong, to be understood, to be accepted. And those are deeply human needs. But true peace doesn't come from creating the perfect conversation. It comes from realizing you never needed perfection to be worthy of connection. Because the people who truly matter won't remember every awkward sentence. They'll remember how you made them feel. And perhaps the conversation your mind needs most isn't with someone else. It's the quiet conversation you have with yourself. The one where you finally stop being your own harshest critic. As Carl Jung once suggested, becoming aware of what lies beneath the surface allows us to transform our lives from the inside out. So the next time your mind presses replay, don't ask, "What's wrong with me?" Ask, "What is my mind trying to protect?" That single question can change everything. If this video helped you understand your own mind a little better, let us know in the comments. Have you ever found yourself replaying the same conversation over and over? We'd love to hear your experience. And if you enjoy exploring the hidden psychology behind everyday human behavior, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching until the end. This is MentaraX. Keep exploring the hidden psychology of the human mind. I'll see you in the next video.